Hey everybody, Fighting Crypto here once again to talk about something no one actually finds exciting, which is CBDCs. Right? It's our hit or miss topic, whether you're all about it or you hate the concept of it. And to be honest, in my very quick opinion in it whatsoever, I'm not the biggest fan of CBDCs. However, I will invest in anything that I think is going to be associated with a CBDC. The whole point of crypto is to be decentralized and unregulated. And as soon as you bring in CBDCs, you're now centralizing and regulating. And not a big fan of the concept. However, this is stuff that banks, governments, incredibly large wealth management and industries are going to be into. I'm going to be putting my dollar with theirs. And that's kind of been the concept of the basis of my thought for crypto since I first started getting into it. And there's some great news that came out from Europe. The European Central Bank made an announcement that it was one of those announcements to make an announcement, but they're going to have, or they're planning to having, the digital euro running by October of this year, 2025. Okay, who gives a shit, right? So there's been a lot of big bullish news that has not caused any price action whatsoever, whether it's because it was masked by a larger macroeconomic event, or there was enough FUD already in this space, or it just wasn't as big of news as we all expected, like the crypto summit from the White House. People got so excited about it, they were expecting some news. They didn't know what, but there's going to be some big news. Let's go, President Trump. And then it was kind of a nothing burger. You know, we should be used to this by now. But when we hear some good news, even if it doesn't change prices, I at least feel like we gotta, if it's good news, it's good news for a reason. What is your reason for finding it good news? So before I get fully into that, or actually to segue fully into that, I'm going to talk about one of my favorite crypto today and how I think it's going to benefit from the news today. There's other cryptos that will benefit from it as well, but I'm placing my bets on one, kind of two. So, for those who've been around here with me for a while, or really just more than just a few times, you should know I'm a huge believer in quant, QNT. From the get go, love this token, love the projects, love what they're doing with it. I could change anything that they do, would be maybe market retail a little bit because us retail doesn't really give a damn about quant, but we're not their target audience. Their goal from the beginning is so they're over ledger. Without giving you a full story of quant, I've done a few videos on this, plenty of other people have. Do your own research, but heed this little piece of news. Right? Quant from the beginning has been trying to get in with CBDCs, and it appears to have done a pretty good job for a while. It's Overledger's been tested. The fact that Bank of International Settlements, that's a big one, guys, has been running or practicing the run of Project Rosalind through it, which is all about interoperability. Quant's mission, if I have to paraphrase, because they're going to say much better words than I will, is to seamlessly transact any sort of digital currency and fiat or tangible currency into digital and back without you ever actually knowing. And that is what interoperability does, moving from one program to another, one blockchain to another, one nation to another, pretty much instantaneously without any hiccups. So, sounds pretty good. And Overledger Quant has been working on this for a little while. They've partnered up with Oracle. They have a little thing with Algorand. They've recently partnered up with Chainlink. They've partnered up with PayUK for all these little immediate transactions. Quant has also been involved in a solution piloted in Latin America and the Caribbean, so they can make a Latin American dollar in CBDC. So this is nothing new. They've been playing with this for a little while. It's kind of been their main goal, and it is one of the reasons I've been aggressively over time buying Quant. And I'd say I love to see the dips, guys. I mean, I don't mind seeing it, but I'm getting tired of it. But I did buy on the dip when this news came out because the whole all crypto crashed, and this seemed to go past everybody's heads, or at least anyone who is not looking into this type of narrative type of space. But so European Central Bank announced that their goal They said it relatively definitive, but take it with a grain of salt. It is government timelines. But by October, they will be running the digital euro, or at least have technically it's the preparation phase. And during the preparation phase, this is where the extensive testing, experimentation with regular exchanges and the public is going to take place. They're going to deal with other stakeholders, ensure that the digital euro will meet user needs and everything with the euro system's requirements. And for this all happen, it has to be used on a blockchain or a ledger system, right? They can't fully test a whole digital currency without having chosen who it's going to be that they're using. And I'm continuing to put my money on quant. So anytime of big news that comes out and there's speculation, like who could it be, right? Because quant's not the only possibility. I think it's by far the best chance, but I'm not going to sit here and say I can guarantee you or I promise you, right? But there's a couple of things that indicate this. Again, back to Central Bank of England, Project Rosalind, Bank of International Settlements, already being used for CBDC or plan to for Latin America. And then when this announcement came out that they're going to start this in October, there were a couple of wallets that bought Quant by the tens of thousands. Like you saw a couple transactions that were like 24,000 quant to 100,000 quant in a couple of hours, a couple of these transactions that moved into wallets that have no Ethereum, nothing else. So there's not meant to just buy. It's going to keep and hold or use for something like staking, a reward system. And it happened as soon as the announcements came. And shout out to Mind Crypto. He's one of the guys I like to follow for quant. He is all on top of these wallets and watching the transactions that come. Either somebody knows something or people with a lot of money really are betting far more than what I'm going to be able to into quant being huge in the near future. And really, we're going to find out soon. The whole messaging system, the banks, the ISO 2022 is kind of going to be running, we'll call it in July. Their regulation rules are going to be set. They'll be testing it. And it should be running in November. Conveniently, end of October/November is when the digital euro is going to be up and running. So it's going to be on an ISO system. We kind of already knew this, but the clarification is good. So I just thought this was exciting. I haven't talked too much about quant in a little while. He's not in a video directly about it, but I've been a fan. I think it's going to do well. I think it's going to be the Euro CBDC holder. I think it's going to do a couple. It's got a chance from my perspective for the Australian dollar, for Japan's digital. And it is competing with a couple others. Like Hedera is right there. Hedera has been tested for a few things coming out of Europe as well. I'd be fine with that. My bet is still that's going to go towards quant for a couple of reasons. Nationality reasons is one of them. And I think Hedera is going to have a bunch of other things that's going to keep its blockchain busy. Talked about in other videos. We'll get there down the road again. But it's exciting to me. So whether you like CBDCs or you don't, because it is going to kind of, I don't want to say it's going to ruin crypto. That's much more of a drama queen type reaction to it. But it is going to take away from what crypto is meant to be. That's fine. There's different spaces of crypto. There's still going to be the super decentralized, unregulated, fun, even if it ends up being just freaking meme tokens. I think there's going to be utility there too. We've got Web 2 versus Web 3 for a couple different reasons. Let me know in the comments below if you think that Quant is going to be a CBDC holder for the digital euro, or if you think it's going to be somebody else. I'm very curious in your opinion. I'll gladly argue with it about too. But if you convince me, I'll go ahead and start buying something else. I'll follow the money. Thanks, guys. Talk to you again soon. Peace.